I bet you clicked on this video because you're either mad at me for calling Sophie dumb or because you agree with me. Well, I stand with what I said. The latest episode really made me think of her as dumb and young. As soon as we see her and her mom, they're already talking about how this is a mother's dream to see her daughter in a wedding dress. Seriously, you guys are in a fight and wedding dress is making you change your mind?
I'm not gonna let the beef with Rob ruin.
No, let's just forget about Rob.
Girl, he's going to ruin you and your life. So I think you're worried about the wrong thing. Or you could simply not go. So mom tells Sophie she was watching her like a hawk last night and is wondering if she messaged him when she fell asleep. But she did not because he didn't message her. He instead posted something shading her.
Basically, the picture says how I sleep at night knowing she's telling one-sided stories to people and taking zero accountability to make me look like a bad person. And then his caption was, wow, this one hit different.
This sounds like one of those red pill Instagram pages, and even she knows that this is a stupid action, something a high schooler does. You call yourself a man, right? So do what real men do and have a proper conversation with your partner and stop throwing stupid little dabs online. So she's probably going back to the hotel. She's probably not going dress shopping, right? Well, you're wrong. We are all going to pretend like everything is okay and we're still going dress shopping. So this is why she's dumb, in my opinion. Once they arrive at the dress shop, the worker asks her what she has in mind for her dress. And here we find out that she's doing a beach wedding. When she came out with the first dress, it was my #1 pick. I loved it so much. But then she made me upset again because she said this.
Like right now, I just feel great and I'm just forgetting about that.
Look, guys, marriage is supposed to be beautiful and genuine, and I'm just angry at the fact that she's pushing all these issues under the rug. Like, seriously, a dress is getting all the angry feelings out of you. She then comes out with the second dress, and even though Sophie loves it, Claire thinks that this is giving hooker vibes.
Too much butt and the boobs like boom, which could come across as slaves.
She then comes out with the last dress, and ooh la la, she looked hot as heck.
Stop crying. I know, it's like, my baby, like, you're gonna go.
This dress does such a great job highlighting her beautiful body, and I don't even think it is a dress for a beach wedding, but she looks great.
Later.
You know, Rob always goes on about how much I'm basically a princess.
Well, if he goes on about you being a princess, he for sure is not treating you like one. So Sophie ends up calling Rob to pick her up, and she's all happy while Rob is dead quiet. Like, are you even excited to talk to her? She looks at her mom and goes, he didn't sound happy to hear me, did he? And mom tells her that he sounded horrible. And quickly, Sophie tries to defend.
I think, no, but when I call him, sometimes he does sound like that. He just sounds moody on the phone.
Like, girl, you asked for your mom's opinion. Stop being delusional. Claire tells her, this is what I think.
Horrible, moody,
Yeah.
low-key depressed.
So Sophie now wants to make sure that her mom knows one of the reasons why Rob is mad at her. She wants her to understand where he is coming from. So mom, I have told you like 90%, actually 85%. No, in reality, only 80% of why we have been arguing. And well, this is why we have been arguing so much.
Basically, I told Rob that I'm bisexual.
Claire says, who cares? But she is bothered about Sophie not telling her because she has known this for an entire year. Claire also tells her that if she would have known this beforehand, she would have told her not to marry Rob before she gets to experience what it's like to be with a woman.
You need to go and try it before you get married. Because, like, you might end up falling in love with the most wonderful person in the world, and it'd be a girl.
But of course, Sophie thinks that this is just about Rob. Claire is not wrong. Sophie's argument is that she has always known she wants to marry a man so he can do the manly stuff, cut wood, being a jerk, and all the cheating. She didn't say that, but...
Seems like you don't really know anything right now.
Stuff in the house, like
No,
manly stuff.
You're clearly confused with life.
I'm not confused.
Does she not know about, like, mass lesbians? And I'm not talking about the cheating. Like, mass lesbians cut wood, too. Have you guys seen, like, the lady that cuts wood on TikTok? Something that I have wanted to bring up too is the age between Rob and Sophie. Even though it's illegal, it doesn't make it right. He probably knows that women his own age won't put up with his BS, and that's why he chose her. That's my opinion. You guys can come for me in the comments. And before we move on, I would love to ask you guys to help me reach my goal of 500 subscribers. And if you are not part of the Chisme Corner family, please consider becoming part of us. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And just let me know what you guys think, even if you don't agree with me. Let's switch to Clayton and Anali. They're getting ready to their parties, and he's telling her, Chicky, these are the rules for the party. No hombres, no strippers. Anali is like, who's prohibiting this? And then he proceeds to call himself the jefe.
Soy el jefe.
I legit laughed. Clayton and Anali have confirmed on Twitter that this is how they talk to each other, but it is so funny to see Clayton say something that's supposed to come out like a macho man, but because he's so goofy, you can't help but to laugh and not take him seriously. Clayton didn't get much sleep thanks to his guinea pigs, but now he has his flamingo shirt, which means that it's time to party. I'm pretty sure Clayton is fluent in guinea pig by now. Anali is very excited and still hoping that Brandy's parties is not going to disappoint, because even after Brandy said it's just a chill party, she's still all dressed up and ready to go. So after knowing the flamingo shirt is the party shirt, this party is probably going to be awesome. Well, welcome to Clayton's middle school party. He says that even though some people like to drink and party, his perfect party is this.
Want to take a dip in the pool. This is my best friend.
I know a lot of people were dragging Clayton for his boring party, but guess what? This is his party, not yours. Like me, my perfect bachelorette party is a spa day with my bestie. Anali also says that her party might be more fun than his, and that his party is more like a nerd. As soon as she walks in, she realizes there's so many decorations and drinks. So definitely what she expected. So when the party bus arrives, surprise, surprise, Brandy got a stripper.
Somebody asked for an officer?
Back in the house, Clayton is having the best bromance ever. Swimming in the pool, talking about holes, not drinking, playing video games, and Cameron is admitting that this is the weirdest party he's been to.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, this is the weirdest bachelor party I've ever been to.
Didn't ask. Plus ratio, plus L.
Back in the party bus, Anali is having the time of her life. Brandy is so real for this because she did ask for a stripper and was given a stripper.
Realmente estaba bromeando cuando dije, Brandy, puede haber strippers.
Oh, were you, Anali? Were you playing? I wasn't really okay with the fact that Anali had a stripper at all. Like, your partner had asked you not to have a stripper and you still chose to have a stripper, and that's just, to me, it's just disrespectful. Like, I get it and I understand. I did feel, and this is my opinion, that I think Brandy kind of did it also to like spite Clayton in some type of way, and I do also see the point of like doing it because you're trying to please Anali and do what she asked for. But I don't know, it just seems weird to me. Back in the house, production makes sure to play the classical music to highlight the contrast from the parties. And they keep doing this over and over again.
He's my achievement cake.
Back with Anali, she's getting all the action she wanted, but knows that Clayton is not going to be happy about this. She's gonna gunshot a beer, she's dancing, and now it's time to get Anali drunk. Brandy wants to know how it is living with mom, and Anali says that it's okay, but she wants to have her own privacy, because you can hear everything, and she really, really wants her to move out. Then Brandy says, well, I agree, but it's not going to happen. They have always lived together, and it's actually disturbing. She even says, to mark her own words, that in a year, they will still be living together. So let's see. Anali tells her that she's going to have a serious conversation with Clayton, because the only thing that she can do is to get a divorce after they get married. Now, Brandy also said that Clayton called her and express to her how much he wants to have a life with just Anali and how she doesn't think it is fair that Violet is still there. So it just feels a little contradicting to hear that Clayton has expressed moving out and then Brandy saying that it's never going to happen.
I just don't feel like it's right. You're already talking about a divorce and you're not even married. You're getting married in 2 days.
What do you guys think? Am I crazy? Am I reading too deep into this? Also, one of the things that I was wondering is what is there? Because it seems like Brandy and her mom have kind of a weird relationship. And I don't mean like weird. It just, there's a lot of tension between them two. It seems like there's something that happened, or I'm just guessing that maybe Brandy had to take extra care of Clayton. And now she, she resents her mother for that. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. This was going to be super quick. Nikki and Igor are getting ready for their engagement party. And since I am way too annoyed with them because they should be on before the 90 days and they are wasting precious minutes of my life, we are only going to talk about the horrible singing that I had to hear, because if I had to hear it, then you guys need to hear it too. I have something in my eye. I am pretty sure that Igor's friend was actually regretting the fact that he asked Nikki to sing, because this was way too much for everyone. Now off to Manuel and Ashley. Manuel is sitting on the floor heartbroken over his soccer game, while Ashley is telling us that they are very excited to go to Florida. Why was Ashley recording herself? Like, why was production not there? I'm just so confused about it.
Tener mucho divertido con nuestros amigos locos. Somos lisos.
We would see how the friends are, and if they are not as pushy as the first time we saw them, then maybe this will be very fun. Ashley tells us that all her close friends are going to make it to the wedding except for Sally. Because to Sally, Manuel has done a lot of questionable things and does not want to bring that negativity to the wedding. And I don't blame him for that. I think a lot of friends tend to put all the red flags to the side and just ride with it. But if you feel strongly about something, there's nothing wrong with standing your ground, but just be okay with the consequences that are going to come from it. Over at the rental house, Ashley's friends are getting the house ready for the bachelor party, and Ashley's sister asked Ashley's friend this.
Do you think they should get married?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why not?
She wishes they weren't rushed to get married, but is going to be a supportive bridesmaid, not talk some sense into Ashley bridesmaid. When Manuel and Ashley arrive, they are so surprised, and Ashley acknowledges that her friends are super supportive.
Qué rico.
Even with all the clear red flags coming out of their relationship, they're still there. Jonathan was also there, which is Manuel's best friend, and he's saying, "Oh, no crown for you, no tie for you." Bro, it was your job to do that. Like, he's your best friend. Manuel was very grateful and made sure to tell them how grateful he was, but now it's time to party.
I'm so excited.
So they rented out a boat for the party, and I wanted to be part of it. Not gonna lie, it looked pretty fun. Manuel was shaking his butt, holding 2 beers, working over and over again. He was having the time of his life. Jonathan was also super lit. Like, I didn't hear no music, but he was there like, "Oh yeah, this is fun, this is a party." I'm pretty sure he was very drunk at that point. There was a moment when Manuel stepped to the side, and this is when he starts to feel really down because he misses his family. He feels very weird because he's celebrating while his kids are not there. And it doesn't seem right in his eyes. I think this is the cruel reality of being an immigrant when your entire family, your culture, your life is in a whole different place. I know these feelings.
Todo está bien. Todo okay. Está bien. Está bien. Okay. Yeah. Está bien.
When I see my family in Mexico, I get sad because I'm not with them. But now I have my own little family, and it doesn't feel as heavy as it did before. But I can only imagine what Manuel feels because those are his kids. he misses his children. But let's change the mood a little bit. So Jonathan was supposed to plan Manuel's bachelor party, but he passed out somewhere in the streets of Florida. And now they had already planned a party for Ashley, and they're going to a gentleman's strip club.
Oh my God.
When they got to the place and they surprised Manuel with the gentleman's club, he could not believe it. He was so excited. There were like so much emotion coming out of his face. And he also tells us that he is an angel of God. So Ashley is not going to have any issues. I mean, I don't think she would have done this or allowed it to happen if she wasn't okay with it. So yeah, like I said, not my problem. I bet you guys that you'll be probably screaming into the pillow after watching that scene, because Ashley was so chill the entire time. She wants to see legs clapping, butt cheeks everywhere. There was even a time where Manuel was grinding up on a stripper and pulled the G-string and put the money inside. And it was so fun. Look, guys, as long as both people in their relationship are okay with this, it's not my problem. It's totally fine.
I want to see some legs clapping. I want to see them upside down.
So now Ashley pulls her friend outside to talk to her about her husband not being there, and also the fact that Manuel actually passed the phone to her earlier and he was talking to his kids. So yeah, I am so surprised, but I am glad that was the case, because Manuel's kids need to start becoming familiar with Ashley, especially if they're going to be moving with them. She wants to make sure that all the worries that her bestie has go out the window right before the wedding. Just make sure that everyone's on the same pace. And last but not least, Citra and Sam. Citra is going shopping for her wedding dress, and I guess in Indonesia, you go dress shopping with the groom. The things you find out watching this show. And that's why she feels a little off, because she's going with her. The sisters also, when the lady asked her what type of wedding dress she was looking for, she said white. And yes, I do know some people choose other colors, but I don't think that that is what she was asking. She's also going to have two ceremonies, the traditional and then the American way.
My dream American wedding is from the Twilight movie.
Please have a Twilight wedding.
I think Sam looks like a vampire because he never gets old.
When she says this, I thought that she was going to say because he's so pale, but nope, it's because he doesn't age. The sisters are discussing how neither of them brought a dress for the wedding, and then Citra comes out looking gorgeous. Even though the dress was pretty, we did want to see the second one, and this one was perfect.
I look amazing and I look beautiful on that dress.
Citra's sister asked her if she feels rushed at all, and she feels ready. She tells us that this is not a rush because they have planned this for a long time. Maybe the time constraint is a little short, but she knows that she wants to marry him. And when her sister asks her if she's sure that she's going to do it after finding out that there's a possibility of him going to jail, she really seems bothered and stands her ground by saying that she won't marry him.
I need my family here to support me, and I hope also Sam's family gonna support me.
Back to Sam, he's going to the pawn shop to buy Citra a ring because he cannot afford much. Since last time he proposed to her, he did it with a flower. Now he wants her to give her a real ring.
I put the little flower on her finger and ask her, will you be my wife?
I know, how cheesy and lovely, right? On social media, some people were dragging him for going to the pawn shop, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. Like, he got her a silver, which is what she likes, the shape that she loves, and he wasn't a jerk like Rob last time. I was actually watching some cast members doing an Instagram live, and Sam said that he's working multiple jobs, and I applaud him for that. His mom is already waiting for him because he wanted a woman's perspective on the ring, so they are looking for a silver ring. And when the lady tells him this one's $298, he seems very hesitant. But then she knocks it down to $278, and now we have a winner.
You know, I don't worship her religion, and I'm not letting it affect me. I'm having faith in a lot of things in their marriage, so I'm just living one day at a time.
I think it is funny how Sam's mom takes the opportunity to say how her religion is so accepting but can't attend her son's ceremony. She's acting like going to the ceremony is going to convert her into the Muslim religion.
One of the most important moments in my life. You want to miss it, and that's up to you.
Well, let me think about it.
Your son is asking you to attend something that is very important to him. I think you can put your differences aside and attend the ceremony. Again, those are my thoughts, but if you feel otherwise, feel free to drag me in the comments. I'll take the heat. So let's hope that she attends the ceremony, but if she doesn't, that's okay too. She's free to make her own decisions and stand for her beliefs. But now, before the wedding, Sam and Citra rented a farmhouse for her family to stay there and for the wedding to happen there. Dad is very surprised because back in Indonesia, houses like this are for rich people only. He asked them, are you guys moving here after the wedding? And while they can't afford it yet, they might be in the future. Sam says that only if they have 14 kids to fill the house. 14? Citra does not like the idea of being in big houses because she's scared that someone is going to be living in the basement.
Yeah, you're gonna have that strangers knocking on your doors and you get murdered.
You and serial killers.
Come on, let the girl have those concerns. That's what happens when you watch a bunch of true crime documentaries. I can relate. The next morning, Citra is talking to her dad, and she's a little scared, but also wants her dad's support for the wedding. Dad, just like us, wants to know, does Sam really use medicine or was it drugs?
Kena masalah pakai obat atau narkoba.
And Citra tells him that back when his dad's girlfriend was living with him, she had some pretty strong medicine. And when Sam got his hands on it, he became addicted, which was during high school. He has also not done any drugs lately, according to Citra and Sam. With reason, Dad is very worried that he will relapse and Citra will find herself alone. So he asks her to reconsider marrying Sam. But Citra is standing on business and next to her man.
Breaking up is not an option. Like, I love him and he needs me to be there for him.
Because she tells us and her dad that even if he tells her to leave him, she won't. She's going to stand by him no matter what. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but Sam and Citra are actually one of my favorite couples. Yes, the fact that Sam lied is an issue, and I really hope he never goes to prison, but out of all the couples this season, they're one of the most genuine ones. Like, I don't know if Sam is so good at gaslighting that he's gaslighting me too, but yeah, what do you guys think about this? That will be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't, so you can enjoy more videos like this one. And that will be it for today. Bye.